Chrissy Teigen, a very sinking narcissist, Part 7. We have established the status of Chrissy Teigen based upon the evidence, much of it generated by her own tweets. And of course, not only is it the tweets that have been issued against a variety of individuals who have been part of the earlier sections of this series, recipients of the abusive behaviour, which exemplifies a direct assertion of control, the drawing of fuel, an absence of emotional empathy, a lack of boundary recognition, the exhibition of a sense of entitlement, and an absence of accountability. But of course, Chrissy Teigen had form for tweeting thousands upon thousands of tweets, thinking of herself as some kind of queen of Twitter, grandiosity. And of course, many of those tweets contained reference to things involving children. And some of you have asked me to comment upon this further. Well, as part of doing so, let's go back in time, nearly a year ago, to certain action that Chrissy Teigen took on Twitter. It's an article from Global News written by Katie Scott, and it reads as follows. Chrissy Teigen blocks 1 million Twitter users after Epstein conspiracy. Chrissy Teigen is well known for her Twitter presence and witty tweets. But now the model has blocked over 1 million Twitter users. Assertion of control, third assertion of control by withdrawal. Made her account private, assertion of control by withdrawal, and deleted over 60,000 of her own tweets after conspiracy theories connected her to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Deletion of tweets. Again, assertion of control as a consequence of withdrawal. So 3 actions: blocking, privacy, deletion. All responses governed by her narcissism to the threat to control posed by the allegations that she had links to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The article continues. Teigen said that since the arrest of Ghislaine Maxwell, who faces charges for allegations that recruited girls for Epstein to sexually abuse more than 2 decades ago, social media users alleged that Teigen once flew on Epstein's private jet and have accused her of being a paedophile. Naturally, such accusations are a threat to the narcissist's control, and, unsurprisingly, Teigen, the article tells us, has denied the allegations. First line of the twin lines of the narcissistic defence, denial. And on July the 10th she tweeted, "I have never even met the man," referring to Epstein, or been to the island or on the plane. I do not have any evidence that ascertains whether she has met Epstein or been to the island or on the plane, and therefore she may well be utilising the majority perspective of the truth, see the video, the truth, the half-truth, and nowhere near the truth, for the purpose of assertion of control. There will be many occasions where a narcissist will use the truth as you understand it to be, the majority perspective of the truth, for our own needs. In other instances, you get an edited version of the truth, or a fabrication of the truth from your perspective, but it is the narcissist's own truth. And either here, she is utilising the majority perspective truth, namely there isn't any evidence to demonstrate that she met Epstein or been to the island or to the plane, and so she uses that for the assertion of control, or she's lying. It remains to be seen whether any evidence will appear to confirm that one way or the other. On July the 14th, 2020, comedian Chrissy accused Teigen of deleting 28,000 tweets because of an alleged connection with the arrest of Maxwell. Some celebrities have been very busy since #Ghislaine Maxwell was arrested. At Chrissy Teigen, why did you delete over 28,000 tweets yesterday? Chrissy Teigen was on the #Epstein flight logs, Mayer tweeted. It's unclear whether Mayer had any actual evidence that this was the case, or had made a not unreasonable assumption that the deletion of the tweets was linked to the arrest that had occurred of Ghislaine Maxwell, meaning that this was somehow, of course, a problem for Chrissy Teigen. Indeed, if she had any involvement with Maxwell and Epstein, that would amount to a threat to control following the arrest of Maxwell that would result in her narcissism causing her to assert control through the deletion of any texts and tweets, which could pose a problem for her. Of course, Mayer's tweet at the time amounted to a threat to Chrissy Teigen's control, and she responded, "I actually deleted 60,000 tweets." And what's quite entertaining about that is that this demonstrates the mindset of this particular narcissist, or rather, the way that her narcissism operates. Namely, not just 28,000, I deleted 60,000. Demonstrating that she's gone even further deleting tweets. So, putting her foot in it. And of course, typical of the type of narcissist that she is, the narcissism needs to assert control in the moment without any due regard for the collateral consequence which arises from it. She stated, "I actually deleted 60,000 tweets because I cannot fucking stand you idiots anymore." Provocation, justification, and I'm worried for my family. False compassion. Finding me talking about toddlers and tiaras in 2013 and thinking you're some sort of fucking operative. I think what she's referencing there is that she, of course, made tweets about toddlers and tiaras, which some people have interpreted as her pointing out the unsavoury nature of the programme. Other people have read it as her having a rather unnatural and unpleasant interest in children, and therefore her narcissism had caused her to realise that those earlier tweets could be interpreted in a particularly unsavoury way, which would threaten her control, and causing people to believe that, and I assume she's talking about herself when she references some sort of fucking operative, to suggest that somehow she's caught up in some kind of scandal with regard to the abuse of children and young women. Of course, it demonstrates the type of narcissist that she is, because you see the ignited fury exhibited when she has her control threatened, and she comes out with a comment such as, "I actually deleted 60,000 tweets because I cannot fucking stand you idiots anymore, and I'm worried for my family. Finding me talking about toddlers and tiaras in 2013 thinking you're some sort of fucking operative." It's haughty, it's provocative, it's justification, there's triangulation, and sits commensurate with the type of narcissist that she is. On July 15, Teigen said that she had blocked over 1 million people. "I have blockchained over 1 million people." Again, notice that she has to announce all of this assertion of control. Why not just do it? Why not just get on with it and do it? But of course, she's a narcissist, and everything that she does has to, in effect, be a matter of public record, because if it is not, she simply does not exist. Although she doesn't realise this, her narcissism compels her to believe that she has to tell everybody about what she's doing, that we're also very interested in moon-faced Chrissy Teigen's comings and goings. And of course we are at the present time for the purpose of understanding narcissism. But at this juncture, of course, what you're witnessing is the necessity of her narcissism causing her to believe that she needs to herald her every move. So it would go so far as with somebody like this as to say, "Hey guys, just took a massive dump on my silver toilet, hoping to upgrade to one of #Megan's gold-plated toilets." Not seeing, of course, the crudeness of such a comment, but the fact that her every bodily function, action and movement has to be displayed, relayed and portrayed to the public as a whole, because without the response, she simply ceases to exist. And therefore she wrote, "I have blockchained over 1 million people. 1 million in capitals. People today, and I am still flooded with sick psychopaths." Pity play, provocation. "So please, spare me the 'just ignore them, they're just trolls,'" she wrote. "Anyhow, I'll do my best to stop entertaining them." Grandiosity. "They have definitely been living for this," self-absorption, "and have zeroed in on only me." Exaggerated sense of self-importance, grandiosity, Thank you to everyone for helping me. Well, not everybody's helped you, because apparently other people have been zeroing in on you to criticise you. So not everybody's been helping you. Hypocrisy, contrarian nature, in the second sentence after the first one, which again shows the low level of this particular narcissist behaviour and form of narcissism. Teigen also debated leaving the social media platform. And of course, there we see the hokey-cokey behaviour of the narcissist. They're in, they're out, they're in, they're out, and they shake it all about. And the usual thing, as I've mentioned in an earlier part of, I'm so important, I need to announce my departure because I think that I'm an airport, and you all need to know that I'm going to leave, because what my narcissism, although I don't actually understand this and realise this is what is happening, my narcissism is making me say this, so you'll all go, oh, please don't go, please stay. And thus I gain fuel and you demonstrate you're under control. As I've mentioned before, if you're going, just fuck off. The door's right there. But no, the narcissist that is Chrissy Teigen has to announce it to everybody. She also called on Twitter to help stop the harassment she's been receiving. But it's okay for you, Chrissy Teigen, to invite a 16-year-old to kill herself and to ridicule Lindsay Lohan with regard to self-harm and all the other people that you've been abused, because that's just banter and that's just you being fun and entertaining. But as soon as it happens to you, because it's a threat to control, your narcissism screams, you can't let this happen, you can't let this happen to me. This isn't fair, this isn't right, this isn't proper. Stop them, somebody stop them. Again, evidences her hypocrisy, evidences her self-absorbed nature, and continues to underpin the narcissistic behaviours that she engages in. In part 8, I will continue with the analysis appertaining to the tweets and Twitter behaviour.